Which singer's epitaph is true to his own spirit? Which singer's epitaph is the quote, true to his own spirit?
I've got two ideas that are popping up in my head. Do you have any?
I had one pop up, definitely very quickly.
All right. One of mine is Jim Morrison. What do you think? What were you? Where were you going?
I would think that his epitaph would be a little more abstract than that. That's just Jim Morrison. You know, he wasn't. You know, I don't see him being kind of a straight shooter, and that seems to be a very succinct statement. You know, true to his own spirit. So I would discount Jim Morrison.
I was thinking that somebody else wrote that about him. Maybe, you know,
but maybe that's a good point.
I did have another idea too, but who were you going with?
I'm thinking because he did it his way, it would be Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
that's what I would think.
You don't think they would just go with the my way directly if that was the case?
I don't know. It is true now that you point out that you don't write your own epitaph. Maybe it could have been, you know, Jim Morrison. But the first one that popped up in my mind, you know, probably relating it to my way is just Frank Sinatra, and that's what I'm going to go with.
You said singer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my other idea that popped in my head for some reason was Freddie Mercury.
That's a damn good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Can I switch?
Yeah, well, what do you want to go? We're going to confer here. We're going to confer.
No one has given a final answer.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Freddie Mercury.
Let's go with Freddie Mercury.
I'm going to, yeah.
The correct answer is...
not Freddie Mercury.
Or Frank Sinatra.
Jim Morrison.
Oh my God! I talked
and what
you out
joy
of it.
to hear you guys. Man, someone, one of my questions last week...
I hate you, Seth.
One of my questions last week...
Just pile it on, buddy. I mean,
I saw someone write down the right answer, and it was scribbled out, and someone wrote the other answer. And I'll tell you, man, that kind of shit, I love because I can relate to it. You know, where someone's just like, I think it's this, write it down. And someone's like, no, man. But, like, hearing you guys, this is the thing I love about this podcast and the conversations that it's made me have with other people. Someone that we have not brought up yet, but Gil, who has been listening to us over in Melbourne.
Yes, big supporter.
Melbourne,
Thanks,
Florida.
Gil, for
Thank
all
you
the
very much.
links
Yeah, absolutely.
and everything. Thank you.
And he wrote something like, I've never yelled out cream, so I never thought I'd yell out the word cream in my car so loud.
Right.
And there was another question that I was fucking up, and he was just like screaming these answers. Like, come on, man! Like, it's just so interesting to see. You know, kind of like what we had talked about, where, like, to me, the interest is knowing what other people know and the knowledge that they take for granted that I'm a complete dum-dum on. You know what I mean? Like, how quickly some people know stuff and, you know, that kind of information they consider, like, secondhand, like, no duh.
Right.
Other people are just like, I have no clue.
Right. So that's, there's definitely an upside to the teamwork. But then you have what Seth and I just did.
Everything that you just said, Mark, did
has
nothing to deter me from the stupidity that I feel for talking you out of Jim Morrison.
If Seth wasn't here, I would have said, Jim Morrison, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would have been right.
But, I mean, it was
happened to me.
interesting
It's happened to me before at trivia, you know. It's happened to other people. I've talked people out of answers, correct answers, and there's not a lot you can do except just apologize and I don't know.
Maybe you were at that trivia. Part of me believes that maybe you were at that trivia years ago.
The Jim Morrison one?
The Jim Morrison one, and you heard it, and it like just stuck in a craw in the corner of your mind, and you were just like, for some reason, I just want to say Jim Morrison just sounds good.
It could be, but also I did listen to a ton of Doors as a kid. I read Jim Morrison's biography, No One Gets Out of Here Alive.
I read that one too,
yeah. So there are a couple avenues that could have buried itself.
I also called myself the Lizard King when I was in middle school.
I got dog tags made that said the Lizard King on it, t-shirts. Check out my awesome Lizard King back tattoo.
Didn't you go to Florida State?
I did.
Yes.
I did. And,
there you go.
So did Jim Morrison.
So did he. He acted in a little short film while he was there, too. You can look up on YouTube about, like, safety belts or something like that. I can't remember what it is exactly.
His safety was paramount in the life of Jim Morrison.
Do I have to buckle myself in? Father, do I have to be in a rear facing child seat? No bass.
No
Begin
bass.
writhing. Begin the writhing.